Hey gang, today we are taking a look at Transformers Prime Voyager class Thundertron. Thundertron is packaged in robot mode. Now I will have to tell you that he is mistransformed in the packaging. All the stuff here up on the chest is mistransformed, and this section right here is mistransformed. Overall, the robot mode is nice. It has nice detailing and looks good. I mean, it looks good. I like the whole Frost Lion aesthetic they have going, though I really wish they would stop with the translucent plastic. I don't like the translucent plastic. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Overall, the robot mode is quite nice. It's got plenty of poseability and works well. You can form a peg leg by simply wiggling off the foot off the right foot, so you get the peg leg look. It does affect his poseability and stability, though. Not a big deal. I leave the foot on. That's just a personal preference of mine. I like the foot to be left on. He does come with a Powerizer gimmick that would be awesome if you could lock it into place. It works by pushing down this section, and it deploys a sword with a little red light. The sword is awesome. The sword has fantastic molding on it. In fact, I'm going to probably take some paint to it and do a masking job to get all these grooves painted in, because that would be really cool. Just a nice gold paint to match the gold of the figure. That would be a really good idea. This would be awesome if I could just lock it into place somehow. You can't lock it into place, which is stupid. I'm sorry. Hasbro, get off your asses and make a way for us to lock these gimmicks down so we can just lock them into place and have them deployed. I know why you don't want to do it. You don't want to add extra cost, and you don't want to run down the battery in these Powerizer units. Fudge you. I'm trying not to swear as much. Just screw you guys. Give us a way to not have to take these apart. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take a screwdriver, take it completely apart, pull out the spring, and then have it so that I can have this deployed, because the sword is awesome. So, back to the figure. Poseability is quite good. Head is on a ball joint, but is limited by all the stuff going on in his shoulders. Shoulders, there is a ball joint up here at the shoulder, there is a hinge joint underneath that, and there is a hinge joint at the elbow for 90 degrees. No torso articulation. There is a ball joint at the hip, a swivel right underneath that, and a 90-degree bend at the knee, and then some articulation for the feet. Now, the feet on both is a little bit different. The left leg is a ball joint up in the actual upper leg, and on the right leg, it is a double set of a set of hinges that gives you this kind of movement, and that's about it. Though you do have side-to-side movement, thanks to the fact that, well, you're plugging into a peg. The head sculpt on this figure is really nice. I like the head sculpt. It's a very kind of old man pirate look to it, and it works. It works really well. I just wish I could bring the head farther up from the chest than it allows. It does have light piping here on the top, though it's got red eyes. So, yep. Though it has, the red eyes look good, but I don't understand why he's got red eyes with blue light piping. Oh well. I guess that has to do with beast mode, so let's go ahead and get into beast mode. But first I want to show you something. These shoulders are actually kind of interesting, because what you see here are actually the claws for his lion mode. So you can lift up these sections and just lift them out of the way to act as like deployable shields for him, which is cool. And then you could just put them back down over his shoulders. It's a very cool idea, but it works into the transformation, which is very Cheetor-esque, but has some really neat ideas. So we'll get into that now. The first thing we're going to do is take these sections and fold them up and out of the way. And then I like to just go ahead and turn them around so that the claws are pointing straight to the sky now. Next, what we're going to do is take the crest here and push it up, and then take this whole lion section, grab this section under here, and push it up, and so it'll snap into place up here. Then take these blue sections and fold them in, and take the sections that are around the lion head and fold them back along the head like that. Next, we'll reach inside and fold the fists up into the forearms and fold the section so that the tops of the shoulder pads are pointing forward, and then make sure that you turn the arms such that the hinges are, the bottom part of the forearms are pointing towards the back of the figure. When you do that, you can then fold the arms up underneath the lion head like this. Once we do that, we can then fold these claws forward. And these claws, there is a little peg sitting underneath the hinge here that will peg the lion claws will peg into. So there's a little peg right there where my finger is. Then that will peg into this hole where my thumb is. Okay, so once that's pegged in, once we have those parts pegged in, we then fold the arms up, the robot arms up completely, and there is a peg, a long peg here, and that will peg into this peg hole inside the arm. So then we get the illusion of the lion's upper forelegs being a cohesive piece. And sometimes things go to pot, like they're currently going now while I'm doing this review. Sometimes that happens, and you just kind of have to work with things so that everything lines up. And sometimes they don't line up, sometimes it does. So that's what it should look like once you're finished. And then once that's done, you just fold the bottom part of the mane in like that. And you make sure that the legs are good to go, and you fold the legs out like that. Next, what we'll do is come down to the bottom here and actually pull the torso open, pull it open like that. Do that again for you. Then take the legs and turn them all the way around, and then take the feet and turn them back around so that the feet are pointing forward. And then we take these extra sections with I use as heels and point them with the claws, and then fold up that one heel and fold those legs down, and then take this whole section and push that up against the body and peg it into place. And you really don't have much to do with the wings, but you can peg them in to those peg holes there. So you can peg them in, though the peg is very loose. And here we have him in lion mode. I think the lion mode works very well. The overall detailing of the lion mode is quite nice. The face is well defined. It looks good for a beast mode. Is it perfect? No, not by any means, but it's pretty good. I like the different transformation we had going on here, especially with the typical four-legged beast transformation that we were given. It works. I think this figure works on a variety of levels, and you've got some nice spots for minicons as well, specifically on the sides here and here, and then you've got some holes along the top. You can mount the blade on the top of the beast, which I'll do here in a second, but I wanted to give you a good 360-degree look. Poseability is a little bit limited, especially in the front, due to the way the upper arms are transformed, but the back is fine and works just perfectly. You can deploy the weapon here in this mode. Just peg it in like that, and you want to turn it around so that you can deploy the weapon. Very Liger Zero or Zoids Liger. I can't remember what the Liger from Genesis. Mugen Liger, that's what it was. Very callback to Zoids, so no, it's okay. Like I said, I wish you could deploy the weapon a little better. Overall, though, this is a pretty good figure. I'm going to prefer to have him in robot mode. I think the robot mode for this guy just works better. That's not to say that the vehicle mode is any bad. As I said, pretty good figure. I'm quite impressed with this one. It's not perfect, but it's nice. It's got a fun transformation, if a little bit fiddly, but it works. I think it's a good, solid toy. Unlike the figure I got, or I picked up with him, well, I didn't pick it up, my wife found these guys. My wife found these guys at a local store and picked them up for me. That was very nice of her. So, yeah, out of between this guy and Ultra Magnus, I'm going to have to say pick this one up. Avoid Ultra Magnus, but get this one. He's a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what people do with just kit bashing him, because I think this one is going to be a whole lot of fun to kit bash. Specifically, I know Takara already has a Leo Prime or Lio Prime in the works, and I got something stuck here. There we go. Yeah, I know they've already got a Lio Prime or Leo Prime or whatever announced. I know that's coming, so we'll probably get a repaint of him, which I'm okay with. I think that would be nice. I wish Hasbro would just give us the ability to lock those weapons in place instead of what they are giving us. But this guy's going to come with what looks to be a pretty cool micron or arms micron, so that's cool. When transforming him back into robot mode, the lion arms do peg into the back of the shoulders, which is nice. I just feel that different people, better engineers, designed this guy than Ultra Magnus. I really think that the B team designed Ultra Magnus while the A team designed this guy. Because this guy's a lot more fun to just have around and have in your collection. This guy, I think, for the Prime line, is a must-have. But don't get Ultra Magnus.